أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How is everybody? Everybody okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? There was a bit of technical glitch before I joined, so that's why a bit of delay in joining. Just want to make sure you can hear me and see me okay. Everything fine? Good. Very good. Hello, Talha. Welcome. Welcome. I am very well. Alhamdulillah. Very good. I hope you had nice time singing, man. Yeah. So it was good to hear. It's good to hear. It gets on to you. I mean, you start singing it all the time. If you just memorize it once, you start singing it all the time. So I hope most of you spend time singing the song that I send you. It's a very good way to just memorize it. Makes it easy for you to just memorize it. Everything. Yeah. So so I hope you can hear me okay, see me okay. So if you can, then we can, inshallah, start the class very soon. How's the weather in Sweden? Yes, it happens. Yes, you make the breakfast and the melody starts to ring in your head. It happens. That's very true. Happened to me as well. And it becomes very intuitive to you. Even my son knows the song. He doesn't know what a pronoun is, but he knows the song. He sings it all the time. So I was testing him yesterday. Do you know the song, the Hua Huma Hum song? He said, yes, Baba, I know it. And he started to sing for me. Okay. 23. Okay. It's not too bad here either. It's yeah, it's expected to be 30 today. And the lowest it's gonna go is about 17. Right now it's about 21, 22. It's pretty okay here. So we have a plan for a cricket today. Yeah, it is a heat wave. It's yet to come, probably this week or the next. So it's expected, a heat wave in UK. True, that's very true. Okay, good. Who else has joined? Anyone else joined the class before we start the class, inshallah? So today we will, inshallah, close the pronoun topic. And we go back to the Idafah very quickly and see how the Idafah is constructed with a pronoun. And then we'll, time permitting, we'll look into some Quranic examples, see how much you have captured from the Quran, how to you actually map all of this to the Quran, and how much it opens it for you, inshallah. We'll do that today as well. Okay? Time permitting, of course. Good. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Osman. Thank you for joining. So, okay, so let's begin, inshallah. Without wasting further time, let's begin. And I will share my screen with you in a moment. Give me a second. All right, you should be able to see my screen in a bit. Okay. Okay, great. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's start. So what we did last time. So we did the pronouns. We did the pronouns. Oops, not pronouns. Pronouns last time. Okay. So in the pronouns, we said there are two types of pronouns. There are two forms of pronouns. And we said they are independent pronouns, independent, pronouns, and they're attached. Right now, we just don't know much about the attached one, but we did quite intensively the independent one. What independent effectively means is a pronoun that comes before any ism. Before an ism. Okay? It never comes after an ism. It comes before an ism that it relates to. Okay? It means that it is not dependent on any other ism. It can live by on its own. The attached pronouns are the ones that are dependent on other isms to exist. They cannot exist without something else to be there. Without something else being there, the independent one can completely exist on its own. Okay, so we did the independent ones, and we said the independent pronouns, they are always what status? Independent pronouns are always rafa. They're always rafa. Okay, they're always rafa. We also said we're going to touch on the attached pronouns today, inshallah, and we'll do more detail about the attached one as well, and some practice as well today. So then we also said that the pronouns, that the few points we noted about pronouns. We said pronouns are always proper. They're always proper, regardless of their form. They could be independent or they could be attached, but they are always proper. They're always proper. Okay? And the independent ones are always rafa. Okay? That's what we did last time. Anything else? Anything else? From the number and the gender perspective, pronouns can be singular, pair, or plural. Just like that. Pronouns can be masculine or feminine. Can be masculine or feminine. And overall, generally speaking, all pronouns are isms. They are isms. All pronouns are isms. Therefore, they will have the four properties. The four properties. Okay? Therefore, they will have the four properties. Every pronoun, regardless attached or independent, will have the four properties. Always. The type property for a pronoun is very easy because it's always proper. There's no concept of common pronoun. It's always proper. The status property of an independent pronoun is very easy because it's always rafa. Okay, so you have to effectively look into the gender and the number. Okay, the attached ones we will do today. Why did we start the study of pronouns? We studied the study of pronouns because we said Idafah can be made in three ways. Yes, in three ways. First one was with normalisms. Second one was with special mudafs. What were the special mudafs? They don't necessarily give an off meaning. Okay? They don't necessarily give an off meaning. Good question, Tala. The flexibility of the pronoun. Pronouns, as we said, that pronouns, the status of a pronoun cannot be identified by ending combination or ending sound. So consider pronouns inflexible. They're not flexible. Okay, because you don't know the status of a pronoun. But having said that, we also know an independent pronoun is always rafa. Because you know that, you could always say the independent pronouns are fully flexible because we always know it's rafa. Okay? So it's just a matter of perspective. Flexibility concept does not apply as directly to pronouns as it would to any normalism. Okay, you can either say because they don't show their status based on ending combinations or ending sounds, therefore they are inflexible, they're not flexible, or you could say independent pronouns are always rafa, therefore they are fully flexible. Okay, because their status, technically speaking, I would say that in sound and ending combination, that they are right. Dependent pronouns are rafa, but the ending sound or combination does not tell us that. So they do hide it, right? So consider them non-flexible, but effectively we know the status of the pronouns. Okay, the status of attached pronoun is a bit of a different topic. We will discuss it today, inshallah. Okay. Good. So they don't necessarily give you an off meaning. And the third reason, the third way of constructing an idafa was with pronouns. Okay? So we had done the first two. But we didn't do the pronoun ones. Okay, so so that's why we wanted to jump into the pronoun topic and first do the pronouns and then continue with the idafa study to close it. Okay, so we started here with pronouns because of this. Okay, and that's what we did. For the special mudafs, we did a full chart and we took a look at some isms which are special mudafs. It's a good vocabulary to have. It's a good vocabulary to have, and I hope you got a chance to sing along the song for pronouns last night. So you have them memorized, inshallah, at least the independent ones. Okay, let's start, inshallah, today. So today, what I want to do now is I want to construct this chart with you very quickly. Very quickly. So I'm going to go random here. Okay, let's see what you can tell me. Don't look at your notes. Don't look at your notes. Okay, tell me the pair form of feminine independent pronoun. What is the pair form of the feminine independent pronoun? Anyone? Anyone? What is the pair form of the feminine independent pronoun? Third person. I'm looking at the third person here. Third person. Huma. Correct. Huma. Excellent. Try to do it with your mind as much as you can. Okay. Okay, if it takes some time to come. And huma means they both, or both of them. They both, or both of them. Okay, give me the second person plural of feminine. Second person plural feminine. Second person plural feminine. Any guesses? Second person plural feminine. Who has it? Who has it? Take your time. It's okay. Take your time. Think about it. Antunna. 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 Yeah? Very good. Antunna. Antunna would mean you plural feminine. You plural feminine. Can you give me a counterpart of antunna in the third person? In the third person. What is the plural feminine third person? Plural feminine third person. Plural feminine third person. Hunna. Hunna. Very good. Hunna. So hunna. Okay, that would mean they feminine. Okay? They feminine. Excellent. Excellent. What is the singular third person masculine? Singular, third person, masculine. Singular, third person, masculine. Singular, third person, masculine. Hua. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Hua would be he, and he is naturally masculine. Okay, naturally masculine. How about second person plural masculine? Second person plural masculine. Second person plural masculine. Very good, Usman. Very good. Antum. Excellent. Antum. Antum. You guys have done some studies. Excellent. Antum. Mean you, masculine. Okay. You, masculine. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's do the counterpart of antum in third person. Counterpart of antum in third person. Masculine. Third person, masculine. Plural. Third person, masculine. Plural. Hum. Good. 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 They. Means they, masculine. They, masculine. Okay? Don't worry if they don't come to you very quickly. If you're slow or late, that's fine. That's fine. As far as they're coming to you, it's fine. And even if they're not coming to you right now, it's also fine. Okay? So this is just a drill that I'm doing so you get used to them. Okay? So don't worry about it. Some people take more time to memorize, some people take less. So it's absolutely fine. Do it in your pace. But ultimate objective is that you have this chart memorized in your mind, so you can do it by heart instead of looking at the chart. Okay? So don't worry about that. Now give me the second person feminine singular. Second person feminine singular. Second person feminine singular. Anti. Very good. Anti. Very good. That would be you feminine. Okay, and what's the counterpart? What's the counterpart in masculine? What's the counterpart in masculine? Second person masculine singular. Good, Usman. Good, Talha. That's anta. Very good. Anta. Anta. Excellent. That will be you. Okay. You masculine. Let's do the third person. Let's do the third person feminine singular. Third person feminine singular. Third person feminine singular. He, yeah, that's better. Yes, that's better. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, here would be she. She's naturally feminine. Okay. Now give me the pair form of masculine in second person. Pair form of masculine in second person. Good, Usman. Good, Talha. Pair form masculine second person. Antunna. Antunna, antuma. Antuma. Correct. Antuma. Antuma. Very good. Very good, both. Antuma. Antuma would mean you both masculine here. Okay, you both masculine. This one was feminine. Okay, both masculine. Now you know. Antuma is same in both masculine and feminine. You know that. That's why I'm not asking you that, because that's usually students remember. Same story with huma. It's same in masculine and feminine both. Okay, so you already know that. So let's save time on that. How about first person? Let's do the first person plural or pair. First person plural or pair. First person plural or pair. Nahnu. Nahnu. Very good. Very good. Nahnu would be we. Okay. And now the last one. First person singular. First person singular. Ana. Excellent. Ana. Ana would be I. Okay. I. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Excellent. I think you guys are great on this. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. That's fantastic. So these pronouns that you see here, they are all independent pronouns. They would always come before an ism. They will always come before an ism. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Raise the browser. Let's go to a surah. Let me give you an example. Okay, look this one. Let's go to Ikhlas, which is quite usually well known. So you see hua here? You see this hua? You see hua? That's an independent pronoun. Independent pronoun. Kul means say. Say. Kul is a command. We'll do that inshallah in this course. But kul means say. Now hua means he. He. And then there is Allahu. Right? Allahu. It means say he is Allah, the one. He is Allah, the one. If you could do the four properties, can you do the four properties of Allah and Ahadun? Allah and Ahadun. Can you do the four properties of Allah and Ahadun? What are the four properties of Allah? It's Rafa, yes, and it's singular, it's masculine, and it's proper. Yes? Yes? True. Excellent. Excellent. And hua is an independent pronoun. Hua is an independent pronoun. Okay? So independent pronouns would always come before an ism. Okay? They don't depend on an ism. That's why they're called independent pronouns. Okay? They would always come before an ism. They would not necessarily depend on anything. They're independently existing. But the attached pronoun would depend on an ism or another word. They would depend on another word. Okay, it could be an ism or a non-ism, right? So that's the difference between independent ism or an attached ism, attached pronoun, independent pronoun and an attached pronoun. And we'll do the attached ones today, inshallah. Okay, we'll do the attached ones today. Now, are we clear with, yes, Talha, what is the question? Are we clear with the independent ones? Any questions so far, Talha? What is the question? Any question, Talha? Is this correct? Huwa is a pronoun, Allah is Mawsuf, and Ahad is Sifa. Yes, if the four properties match, it is. If the four properties match, it is. You may want to check if the four properties match. Okay? You may want to check if the four properties match. Okay? You may want to check if the four properties match. If the four properties match, they would be Mawsuf Sifa. Okay? But if they don't, they would not be. So you want to do it here? They may look like it. Let's do it. We did the four properties. We did the four properties. And where's my mouse? Okay. Let me just close the translation box. Wait a second. Okay. Now, we did the four properties of Allahu, okay, of the word Allahu. We said this one is Rafa, this one is singular, this is masculine, and this is proper. Okay? That's what we said. Let's do the four properties of Ahadun. Ahadun. What are the four properties of Ahadun? It's Rafa, agreed. It's singular, agreed. It's masculine, agreed. Is it common or is it proper? Is it common or is it proper? Ahadun, is it common or is it proper? What is it? Any ideas? Any opinions? Is Ahadun common or proper? Well, so you don't define the type that are based on the meaning of the word as such, but from the grammatical perspective, what makes it proper? Is it a proper name? Is it a proper? Is it something which is having an al? So the rules we did for a word to be proper, is it falling under any of those things? Is it a pointer frag? Is it a pointer? Is it an ism mawsul? Is it a pronoun? So any reason? Is it a word before of because the word after of is proper? Anything applies? Meaning is one, yeah, that's I understand, but one doesn't mean one is as proper as two is, for example. Yes? Nothing suggests grammatically that this is proper. It is a commonism, right? It's a commonism. So it is not Mawsuf Sifa. It is not Mawsuf Sifa. This is a Jumla Ismiya. This is ism-based sentence. We have not done it yet. Okay, what you have done so far is fragments. We will do the sentences later on, inshallah, once you have done fragments. Then you will understand this, okay? This is a bit advanced. But the good thing is you can do the four properties, and now you understand huwa is an independent pronoun, okay? So just stay with me. Keep your patience, inshallah, we'll get there. We'll get there, okay? Excellent. Very good, not this one. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Yeah, okay. So, is that clear? Are we okay with it? Good. So let's begin the study of attached pronoun. So attached pronouns are the pronouns that are dependent on some other word. They are dependent on some other word. They cannot exist independently. Okay. For example, I can give you some examples. So attached pronouns examples. Let me go back here. I can say he has a car. Okay, this he is an independent pronoun. This is an independent pronoun. Independent pronoun. Okay. But if I say this is his car, His is his car. Now this his is not an independent pronoun. It's an attached pronoun. Why is it attached pronoun? It's an attached pronoun because if there is no car, this his does not make sense, does it? If there is no car, his does not make sense. Okay? I would not have his used independently. Okay? I would not be using his independently, right? So I would be using his in relation to some other word. Okay, so there's some sort of dependency here. Okay, there's some sort of dependency here. So he would be an independent one, and his would be a dependent one. Okay, his would be a dependent one. Okay, we will understand this. We'll understand this when we'll do the idafas. So what I want to give you is I want to give you the attached versions of these pronouns. So he would be huwa in independent form. It would be who, just this who. Oops, sorry, just this who, or he, who or he. There's a ha with a dhamma or a kasra. Okay, this would be an either nasab or jar form. The attached version will only be either nasab or jar. They can never be rafa. They can never be rafa. The rafa is always independent pronoun. Okay, we'll study when we call them rafa, nasab or jar. There are few things that I will tell you so you know when they are nasab or jar. But right now I'm just giving you the forms, how they look like. Okay, how they look like. They would probably translate something like him or his, okay, instead of he, when you do the sentences and the fragments. Okay, the nasab or jar versions would be who or he. Okay, in case of huwa. In case of huma, you would it's easy. It's either the same huma, or it's hima. Okay? It's either huma or it's hima. Okay, you don't have to really memorize this right now. You just have to know this. This will become natural to you. Okay, without even memorizing, it will become natural to you, inshallah. Okay, so huwa in attached form is who or he, and huma in attached form is huma or hima. Just like huma or hima, whom in attached form is whom or him. Okay, or him, not whom or him. Okay, whom or him. Okay, just take it slowly, inshallah. Just take it slowly. Okay. Okay. So yeah, have you heard this? Have you heard this? Let me go to the next page. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? Lahu ma fis samawati. Wal wal ard. Have you heard this? Lahu ma fis samawati wal ard, or wa ma fil ard. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. In Ayatul Kursi you read, right? Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. You know this, right? You know this one, don't you? Yes? Ayatul Kursi. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. I'm going to gray out the entire thing here. I'm going to gray out this one, okay? And I'm focusing on lahu. Just the lahu. Just the lahu. What is this who? What is this who? What is this who? This is an attached pronoun of huwa. Okay, it is an attached pronoun of huwa. This hu would not exist if there was no lam here. This lam means for. This lam means for, and this who would mean him. This who would mean him. So you translate it as for him. For him. And we're talking about Allah here. For him is whatever is in the skies and the earth. That's the sentence. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. For him is whatever is in the skies and the earth. Yes? So just giving you the feel here. So who is an attached version of huwa here. And it depends on the lam, right? It is attached to the lam. So it cannot exist independently. Okay? Cannot exist independently. So when a pronoun is attached and dependent on some other word, it is an attached pronoun and it changes the form. Now, how do you know the status? Is it nasab or jar? Let's come to that later. I'm not going to tell you right now. Okay. So let's understand the attached concept first. Don't worry about the status yet. All you know is it's either nasab or jar. It's either nasab or jar. Okay. That's what you know right now. And you're sure it's not rafa because it's not independent. It can only be nasab or jar. Okay. You have heard the word, for example, you have heard in Quran qawmihi, haven't you? Qawmihi. You have heard qawmihi. This is okay, Tala, this is an English example as well. So qawmihi would translate to his nation. His nation. Now this his is this he. This his is he, right? This is an attached version of the huwa. An attached version of huwa maps to his in this case, right? His in this case. Qawmi is nation, okay? Qawmi is nation. So I'm just giving you a feel how attachment looks like normally, okay? Looks like. So you get used to it a bit. We'll do a lot of practice on this, inshallah, and you get used to it. But what I'm telling you here, that attached version depends on some word. So if there's no nation here, his would not make sense, right? His would not make sense. It cannot exist independently, right? It has to be dependent on some other word. So that's why it's called attached. It's an attached pronoun. It's attached to another word. Okay. So when the pronouns attach, they change their form. In case of independent version, they stay independently like huwa. Okay. But in case of attached, they change the form. This is the difference between let's say he not here. Let me check it. Take a new line. So it's a difference between he, him, and his. Yes, he, him, and his. These are three pronouns. They both are singular. They both are feminine. They both are masculine, and they both. I mean, all of these three pronouns are masculines and they are singulars, aren't they? But the he is independent. He can exist independently. Him and his is effectively versions of he that we use in different forms to show possession or to show some action on someone, right? For example, he has a car that I said previously. I could also say car belongs to him, or I could say this is his car. Okay? This is his car. Okay? Okay? You see, different ways of using the pronouns, even in English. Okay? Even in English. Okay? So stay with me. Just hear what I'm saying. When we do the practice, it will become clear, much more clear. Okay. Sure. So huwa has attached forms which are either who or he. We did an example of qawmihi or lahu, for example. We'll do that in detail, inshallah, later on. Same is the story with huma. Huma can be in attached form either huma, it stays as huma, or it could become hima. Okay. And whom either stays as whom or becomes him. All of these can be nasab or jar, depending upon the context. I'll tell you that context later on. These are the nasab or jar versions of these pronouns. Okay. Let me give you the other ones, and then we'll jump into the practice, and it will help us. Okay. Here changes to ha. Here changes to ha. Here changes to. Let me try to give you some meanings as well, as much as I can. Okay, so meanings usually are not accurate, but I'll give you some context so you understand. So these attached versions could be him or his, for example. We translate as him or his. Huma could be, for example, there, or two people. There, two people. Okay, instead of they, there, or them, for example. Okay, there or them for two people. Whom could also be there or them, but for plurals. For plurals. Okay, for plurals. In case of her, we could have her, right? She changes it to her or hers. Okay, her. Huma would remain the same, just like previously. Huma would remain the same. There's nothing changing here. There's nothing changing here. There or them would apply. Okay, there or them would apply just like that. Okay, and then hunna would either stay hunna the way it is. Oops. It will either stay hunna or it will become hinna. Okay. This would be there or them. Okay, there or them. Okay, let's look at that for a while. Okay, take it slowly, inshallah. Don't worry. It's not difficult. It just takes some time to get the understanding right. Okay, it's fine. What's happening to you right now probably is normal, and that's how it starts. So don't worry about this. So if you know the difference between he, him, and his, or they, their, and them, or she and her, you would understand this. Okay. So in case of attached, you would not translate that pronoun as he anymore. For example, singular case, you would translate this as his or him. Okay. In case of pair, you would translate it as their or them. Okay, not they anymore. Same is the story with plural. They would be there or them, not they anymore. Okay, not they anymore. This is masculine, of course. This is also masculine, of course. Okay. This is feminine, of course, and this is feminine, of course. Now tell me, give me one if you're okay with this. Give me one if you're okay with this. I want to make sure you're fine before I move forward. Okay. If you can remember these, and also the last two I will give you. For the middle six, I'll give you a trick. You don't have to remember it. I'll give you a formula and you will construct it yourself. Okay. you'll construct it yourself. Okay, so just spend some time on understanding what I'm saying. So let me jump to ana version. The ana is an independent pronoun. In an attached form, it could either take a ya, it could either become a ya, or it could become ni. It could become ni. Either become ya or ni. Okay. For example, it could if I is ana, they would be my or me. Okay, they could be my or me. Okay, could be my or me. In case of nahnu, it becomes na. It becomes na, just na. That's it. And it would be us or our. Us or our. Okay. Okay. I'm sure you have heard this. Let me give you an example. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Oops. Where did everything go? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sure you have heard this. Let me give you an example. Rabbi. Have you heard this word, Rabbi? Have you heard this word, Rabbi? Have you heard this word, Rabbi? Do you know the dua, Rabbi zidni ilma? Rabbi zidni ilma. In this case, in this word Rabbi, this word means my Lord, my master, my master, my master. This ya in the end, is an attached pronoun of ana. It's an attached pronoun of ana. And the rab, the word rab, ra and ba, is a rab. It's a word master, right? When you combine them together, it's a full-blown word that means my master. It's an Idafah fragment. I'll tell you how. It's an Idafah fragment. Okay, but I'm just telling you, when the pronouns are attached to other words, they change their form, and when they change their form, you translate them different as well. You don't say I master. It doesn't make sense. You say my master. Okay, you say my master. Okay. All right. Okay. Inshallah, when we'll do the practice, you will get a good grasp of this. So just to revise before I move on to the remaining 6, which are easy, very easy. The remaining 6 are very easy, and you will construct it inshallah yourself, and you will tell me when I construct it inshallah. So huwa has attached forms, which is who and he. Huma has attached forms, which are huma and hima. Hum has attached forms, which are hum or him. Hiya is ha. Huma in feminine is again huma or hima. Hunna is either hunna or hinna. Okay? Hunna or hinna. And then we have ana and nahnu. Ana is either ya or ni. Nahnu is either na. Okay? Now let me come to the 6 ones. Here's a trick, and a very interesting trick. Okay? So what you do here is, you will tell me, inshallah. You will tell me. Okay? You will tell me. What you need to do is, every pro hamza nun ta, all the way up to the end, hamza nun ta, hamza nun ta. What you will do is you replace the hamza nun ta with a kaf, with a kaf. You replace hamza nun ta with a kaf. Okay, and the haraka on the kaf is the haraka on the ta. The haraka on the kaf is the haraka on the ta. In the case of anta, the haraka is fatha. I'm going to put a fatha here. Ka. That's it. That's it. Done. Anta, attached version of anta is ka. It would mean your. Okay? Your masculine, of course. Your masculine. If you have understood this, let me repeat it. You replace the al, hamza, noon, and ta with a kaf, step 1. Step 2, you take the haraka on the ta and you put it on the kaf. That's it. Done. 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 Okay? Can you give me the attached version of antuma? Can you give me attached version of antuma? What is the attached version of antuma? Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Remember the rules. Remember the trick. Replace al, hamza, noon, and ta with a kaf. Put the haraka on the kaf that is on the ta. Put the haraka on the kaf that is on the ta. Excellent. Very good. It's going to be kuma. Kuma. Kuma, not kama. Kuma. That would roughly translate to your, but to. For two people, masculine. Okay? Two people, masculine. Okay? What about antum? What about antum? What about antum? Give me antum. I don't want to do it. I want you to do it. You'll do it, inshallah, yourself. You do it yourself. Kuma? Why kuma? Why kuma tara? Kum. That's kum, correct. That's kum. Kum. That would mean you all. Yes? You all. Masculine. Or plural. Antum would also mean you all. Just like in English, you don't say you all, but let's be clear on this. It's plural, so therefore you all. Okay? Kum. Excellent. Very good. What about anthi? What about anthi? Not you all. It would be your. Yeah, it could be you all as well. It could be your or you all. Your or you all. It could be your or you. Depends on the context. Okay? Key. Yes, it's going to be key. Key. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. It's going to be key. That would mean, roughly speaking, your feminine, roughly speaking. Meaning can alter here and there depending upon the context. So antuma would remain the same, like kuma, but this time feminine. Okay. And antunna. What about antunna? Let's do antunna. Let's do antunna. Not katunna, Talha. There won't be any ta. Kunna, correct. Kunna. Excellent. That would be your or you all. Your, you all for feminine. Depending upon the context, we'll do the meanings. Okay? Good. See, that trick is easy. So these 6 are easy. So all you need to do is memorize the other ones, but keep them in mind. So let me give you an example. Let me give you an interesting example that you use every single day. When you joined this class, you said, Assalamu alaykum. Did you say that? Assalamu alaikum. Did you say that? Assalamu alaikum. What is this kum? What is this kum? Think about it. What is this kum? This is an attached pronoun, an attached version of which pronoun? Kum is an attached version of which pronoun? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Kum is an attached version of which pronoun? Antum. Excellent. Yeah, it's an attached version of antum, right? And antum. So what does that mean really? What does this mean? So what salam means peace. Oops. Salam means. Let me just move it over there. That would be easier. Okay. Okay. Salam means peace. Peace be upon you all, isn't it? Isn't it? You all, because it's plural. It's plural, right? It's not singular. It's not singular. Singular would be something like this. Singular would be assalamu alayka. Assalamu alayka. Ka. Because ka is the attached version of anta, isn't it? Ka is the attached version of anta. If you were saying salam to one person, you would be saying ka, isn't it? You would be saying ka. Assalamu alayka. That means peace be upon you. Okay? Peace be upon you as a singular. But what you say is assalamu alaykum. What you say is assalamu alaykum, meaning you're saying salam to plural. Plural. Okay? That would mean peace be upon you. This is singular. Singular. Okay? Now my question to you. Why do we say kum and not ku and not ka? Why do we say kum and not ka? It's a gem. It's a gem I'm giving you right now. It's an interesting gem. You don't have to go next time and start to say Assalamu alayka. No, there's a reason we say Assalamu alaykum. There's a reason we say Assalamu alaykum. Even if when you're meeting single person. Even if when you're meeting one person, you would say Assalamu alaykum. From grammatical perspective, it's wrong, right? Because we're using plural to talk to a singular person. It should, in principle, be Assalamu alayka. Let me give you the reason for this. It's very interesting. It's interesting. And you will, let me give you this reason from the Quran. Wait a second. Okay. Let me go to a surah here. One of the surahs I really like, and it will give you this meaning, inshallah. This surah is called Infitar. I think that's something around 82. Surah 82. Okay? Surah 82. Okay? This is called Surah Infitar. Now, in Surah Infitar, Allah says, Surah Infitar, Allah says, now listen to this carefully. Okay? Listen to this carefully. In Surah Infitar, Allah says, وَإِنَّا عَلَيْكُمْ لَحَافِظِينَ. And indeed, We have appointed over you keepers. I mean, there's something appointed on you always. Okay. Wa inna alaykum lahafizin. Alaykum, now you understand, upon you all. Upon you all. Lahafizin would be keepers, someone who watches you all the time. Someone who watches you all the time. No matter what you do, he watches you all the time. They're keepers. It's plural. Hafizina. Hafizina. Can you do the 4 properties of hafizina for me? Can you do the 4 properties of hafizina for me? It's 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 what is, forget the status. The status could be, it's like muslimina, right? It could be nasab or jar. It could be nasab or jar. What is the number? What is the number? Is it singular, pair, or plural? It is singular, pair, or plural. Is lahafizina singular, pair, or plural? What do you think? Where does it map in a Muslim chart? Could be nasab or jar, it's plural, it's masculine, and it's not proper, Talha, it's common. Okay? Not proper, it's common. So it's like muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina. It's plural, not pair. Not pair. Okay? It's plural. Okay? So Allah is saying very, very clearly, inna means certainly, for sure, indeed. And you see that in the translation. Inna means indeed, upon you all, there are keepers. Multiple of them, not one. Not one. There are multiple of them. They're watching you every time. Okay? And then in the next ayah, Allah says, they are kiraman katibin. They are kiraman katibin. They are very noble writers. They're very noble writers. They write everything. You cannot bribe them. They're very, very noble writers. Okay? And the next ayah, Allah says, ya'lamuna ma taf'alun. They know whatever you do. They know whatever you do. Okay? Just look at these 3 ayahs for me. Just ponder upon them a little bit. What Allah is telling you is that I have appointed upon all of you some watchers, some keepers. They are very, very noble, and they're right. They're right. They are kiraman katibin, right? And ya'lamuna ma taf'alun. They know everything what you do. They know everything what you do. So when you meet an individual, you as a Muslim believe that they are keepers, they are kiraman katibin appointed on him, that are with him all the time. Those angels are with him all the time because Allah told us. So instead of saying assalamu alayka, you say assalamu alaykum. Because you not only send peace and blessings on the person, but you also send that on the angels on him. You understand? You see the beauty, you see the gem, you see the reason. It's so beautiful. It's wonderful. I mean, if you just map this to the Quran, what Allah tells us in the Quran, and why we do things, there's always a reason behind it that we have not been aware of for quite a long time. Okay? This is so beautiful. So you say salam to not only that person, you say it to the angels appointed on that person too. And this is what Allah is telling you here, okay, in Fitar. And that's why you say assalamu alaikum, not just assalamu alaika. Okay? So just wanted to give you this insight. This is a beautiful insight that I really found very fascinating when I studied this, so I thought I should share with you. Okay? So next time you say assalamu alaikum, remember, you're talking about an attached pronoun, which is plural, and you're sending the salam not only to the person, but also to the angels. Let me give you another gem. Let me give you another gem. This should keep your appetite alive. To keep your appetite alive, inshallah. Okay? Another gem is in one of the favorite surahs of almost everyone I know, Ar-Rahman. Yeah, I think most anyone loves the surah. It's a beautiful surah. It's a beautiful surah. Okay? And there is a term that is repeated in this surah again and again, again and again. And this is this term. Okay? Again and again. Let me just, yeah. Again and again. And this is فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Yes? And which of the blessings of your Lord you would deny? Okay? Which of the blessings of your Lord you would deny? Okay? So we read this quite a lot, and I think most of us have memorized at least this ayah. Many of us know this ayah by heart anyway. Even if you don't know the surah, we know this ayah by heart. It's so known. Now Allah is saying, and which of the blessings, which of the favors of your Lord would you deny? Now look at this. I want you to focus here. Rabbikuma. Rabbikuma. Okay? Rabbikuma. Now what is this kuma? What is this kuma? What is this kuma? This is an attached pronoun that you just derived yourself by following the tips I told you, right? You replace the hamza, noon, and ta, and you put a kaf, and then you put a haraka on the kaf, which was on the ta, and it became kuma. Which pronoun was the independent version of this? Rabbikuma. Which pronoun was the independent version of this? Antuma. Excellent. Antuma. And antuma means what? What does antuma mean? Is it singular, pair, or plural? Is it singular, pair, or plural? What is it? What is it? Singular, pair, or plural? Singular, pair, or plural? It's a pair. Very good. It's a pair. So Allah is saying, so which of the favors of your Lord you both would deny? You both will deny. Who both? Think about it. Who both is he talking about? We thought the Quran is for us. Who both? He's talking to two people. He's talking to two creations here. It's not singular. It's not singular. He could have used Rabbika instead of Rabbikuma, right? Kuma is for two. And he's talking to two entities at the same time here. Now the beauty behind is that Allah is talking to the insan and the jinn, the humans and the jinns here, both, because they are Muslim jinns and they are non-Muslim jinns. Okay? These are the creations of Allah. Iblis was a jinn, right? Still is a jinn, right? He was a shaitan is a jinn made of fire. So فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا, Allah is talking to, no, not us and our soul. Not us and our soul, Dala. No. It's insan and jinn. It's insan and jinn. Okay? It's insan and jinn. And this is the beauty that you will find once you understand how deep this Arabic language is. It's Allah is talking to the insan and the jinn. We as a human being, we exist as a soul effectively, because imagine when we die, what happens to the body? It just decomposes, right? It just we are buried and it just decomposes. It does not exist. Your body cannot exist without your soul. So you effectively, when you say yourself, your soul is actually you, not body. Body is just a means for a soul to stay. It's kind of a house for a soul to stay. When you go to your Rabb on the day of the judgment, you would not probably go in form of your body. It's a soul form that you would go up to Allah. When you die, you go back in form of your soul, right? Not in form of your body. So Allah is talking about insan and the jinn. So Quran has so much beauty in it. You just need to think about it. And now you know this kuma is a pronoun and it's for the pair. It should completely change the way you think about the Quran. As soon as you read the Quran and you find the kumas and the kum and ka and hum you should think, why this pronoun? Why not some other one? And that should lead you to this investigation attitude, where you go and deep dive into the investigation. Why? The question of why this pronoun is used. It will help you learn the Arabic better. It will open up so much Quranic beauty to you, inshallah, when you go into the tafsir and read about this. Okay? So just wanted to give you some insight about this. It's very beautiful. Just by learning the pronouns a little bit, you open up so much for yourself, inshallah. Okay? So I hope this gives you a good appetite. This gives you a good appetite and good motivation to just keep on going with the learning of the language, inshallah. Okay. So good tangent. Now going back here. Okay, on the pronoun chart, we understand now that there are two versions of pronouns. There's attached and there's independent. Attached ones are always rafa. Wrong. Attached ones are always either nasab or jar, and independent ones are always rafa. Okay, and the attached ones has different forms. Okay, now now that you know these pronouns, I want you to go back to Idafah. I want you to go back to the Idafah. Okay? When we did the Idafah, let's go back to the Idafah here. So going back to the Idafah fragment. Okay, let's go back to the Idafah fragment. So we are doing now Idafah with the pronouns. Idafah with the pronouns. That's what we need to know now. Idafah with the pronouns. Okay. Now, for the Idafah with the pronouns, when you go back to your notes, you probably will now understand it. Let me go back to your notes. On your page number, what was it? On your page number 21. On your page number 21. Baytuhu. Now you would probably understand what is this who. What is this who? You would understand what is this who. Okay? If baytu means house, okay, and baytu is light, isn't it? Baytu is light, and it does not have an al. And it does not have an al, right? Baytu is light, and it does not have an al. So it has to be a jar to make an Idafah fragment, right? It has to be followed by a jar to make an Idafah fragment. The sentence we're trying to construct is his house. His house. Now that I know the pronouns, I know huwa is he. Huwa is he. What could possibly be his? It would either be who or he, which is the attached version. Which is the attached version of the pronoun, right? Which is the attached version of the pronoun. So I'm not going to put huwa in front of baytu because huwa is independent and it does not give me the meaning. It does not give me his house or he. Here we have who, which is an attached version. So it is an Idafah fragment because it is light, noal, and it is followed by a jar form of the pronoun. How do I know it's jar? Because it's an Idafah fragment. Context is telling me this attached pronoun has to be jar. You understand? You understand this? Give me one if you understand this, please. So I know you know. Give me one if you understand this. It's an idafa now. Okay? Because the ism is light, the baytu is light, it has no al, and it has to be followed by a jar. It has to be followed by a jar. Okay? And the jar form of huwa can be who or he. Okay? Can be who or he. In this case, it's who. Therefore, the attached version is in jar state. Okay? Now you understand this is his house. His house can be house of his, isn't it? House of his. House of his. It is giving me an off relationship, isn't it? It gives me an off relationship. That's how you construct idafa with pronouns. Let's go and do some practice. Let's go and do some practice. Okay. Okay. Let's go and do some practice here. Which ones have we done already? Okay, let's start with. I asked you to leave this one, burhanakum. Previously, I asked you to leave this one, burhanakum. Now you can do it. Now you can do it. Can you tell me if this is idafa or not? Can you tell me if it is idafa or not? Burhanakum. Burhanakum. Check for light, no al, followed by jar. Check for light, no al, followed by jar. Yes, Tara, what's the question? What's the question? That's true. Who or he can only be in nasab or jar state. I'll give you a tip. Okay, let me just give you right now. Let me give you one tip right now. Whenever, listen carefully, whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always jar. Okay, let me write it here. Let me write it here. Okay? Whenever a pronoun is attached, an ism is attached to an ism, it is always jar. It is always jar. Because whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always going to be an idafa. It is always going to be an idafa. It will be an idafa. Mudaf ilay. Okay? Mudaf ilay. No. Talha, it's not because it's in an off relationship, it overrides the rafa status. It's because it is not in a form that is rafa. Rafa form is independent. Rafa form is independent pronoun only. Okay? Huwa is rafa. Who and he cannot be rafa because they're not that form. Right? Independent forms are rafa only. Attached forms are either nasab or jar. I'm giving you one tip how to know a pronoun is jar. Whenever it is attached to an ism, it is always jar. Let's go to page number. Can you please go to page number 19 of your notes? Please go to page number 19 of your notes. In page number 19 of your notes, there are a few things here that I want you to complete. Okay? Write your pronoun notes here. An independent pronoun is always what? It's always rafa. Write it down here. Note it down. Okay? An independent pronoun is always rafa. It's always rafa. Okay? Point number 2. An attached pronoun is nasab in 2 cases. Leave this point for now. You will tell you now. Just leave this point for now, okay? Come to point number 3. Come to point number 3. An attached pronoun is jar in 2 cases. An attached pronoun is jar in 2 cases. And I'm going to give you the first case. The first case. The first case is when attached to an ism. To an ism. Okay? When attached to an ism. Oh, I was not sharing my screen, sorry. So when attached to an ism, okay? On page number 19. Is it page 19? Yes, I think it's page 19. Yeah, page number 19. So point attached to an ism, they are always going to be jar. This is a case of Idafah fragment. This is a case of Idafah. Case of Idafah. Okay? The pronoun is going to be the mudaf ilay. It will never be mudaf, but it can be mudaf ilay. Okay? The word after of. Okay? All right? Excellent. Very good. So let's go to your exercise page number. What is that page number? It's page number 23. Page number 23. Okay? Burhanakum. Burhanakum. Tell me if this is an Idafah fragment or not. Tell me if the Burhanakum is an Idafah fragment or not. Is Burhanakum Idafah fragment or not? Look at this as follows. These are 2 words, Burhana and Kum. You know these are 2 words because now you know what is Kum. Now you know what is Kum. These are 2 words, Burhana and Kum. Okay? You look at Burhana first. You clearly see it's light. It's light. And there is no al. There is no al. There is no alif lam to it. Right? There is no alif lam to it. Yes? It's light and there is no alif lam to it. Okay? And it is followed by something which is jar. Why? How do I? It's an attached pronoun of antum. It's an attached pronoun of antum. Yes? It's an attached pronoun of antum. And how do I know it's jar? Because whenever an attached pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always jar. So yes, this is an Idafah fragment. This is an Idafah fragment. Okay? Number 11. I ask you to skip this. Number 11. Number 11. Can you tell me if it is Idafah or not? How many words are these? How many words are these? How many words are these? Bainahuma. Bainahuma. Is it an Idafah or not? Think about it. Think about it if it's an Idafah or not. These are 2 words. Baina and huma. Baina and huma, right? Baina and huma. Baina is light. It has no al. And huma is attached pronoun. It is an attached pronoun. Huma is attached pronoun of huma. Of huma. So it would be jar. because it is attached to an ism. It is attached to an ism. So yes, it's going to be idafa. It's going to be idafa. Okay. Okay. Let me take you, before I go on and just conscious of time, let me take you to exercise on page number 20. Can you come on exercise at page number 20? Page number 20, please. Now, this is where you have to give 4 properties of a pronoun, 4 properties of the pronoun, and try to translate them to the best of your ability today. Okay? For example, in case of huwa, you know huwa, it's rafa. Why is it rafa? Because it's an independent pronoun. It's independent. Okay? You know it's singular because it's coming from the singular form of the independent pronoun. You know it's masculine because it's he. And you know it's proper because pronouns are always proper. Pronouns are always proper, right? And you know it could mean he, and it could also sometimes, it is also in Quran used for it sometimes, okay? It could either mean he or it as well, okay? You know this. Then another example. Let's look at this example. Okay. Nasaraha. Okay. Now this pronoun, I'm looking at this pronoun. You have to look at the pronoun. Okay. Don't worry about the word before it. You may not know the meaning. You may not know what type of word it is. It may not be an ism. It may be a fa'il or a harf. Don't worry about that. Just look at the pronoun. Just look at the pronoun here. That's what you're after right now. Okay. You're after a pronoun. Now, when I look at this pronoun, I know ha is an attached version of hiya. I know ha is an attached version of hiya. So it could either be nasab or jar. Could either be nasab or jar. Okay. I also know this is singular. I also know this is singular. I also know this is feminine. And I also know it is proper because the pronouns are always proper. It could be translated as her or it. It will never be translated as she. She is wrong. Okay? She is here, right? It is either her or it. Okay? What you have to do in this exercise is exactly this. Just look at the pronoun. Look at the plural pronoun. Let's look at Elena. Okay? Which pronoun? What is the pronoun here? Do you see a pronoun in this word? Can you help me with this? Do you see a pronoun in this word? Elena. Is there a pronoun attached here? Any point of views? Any suggestions? Na, correct. So I see this as a pronoun. Na. Na is a pronoun. I know na is an attached version of which pronoun? Na is an attached version of which pronoun? Yes, let's speak Arabic. We is nahnu, right? We is nahnu. We is nahnu. Attached form of nahnu here. Now, I know this could either be, let's do the 4 properties. This could either be nasab or jar. Okay, this could either be nasab or jar. Okay, and this is either plural, depending upon what it refers to, or it could also be dual, isn't it? It could also be pair. If we is referring to two people, then it's dual. If it's referring to more than two, it's plural, right? Then gender. Gender could either be masculine or feminine, depend upon who we're talking about, right? Could be used for feminine or it could be used for masculine. We could be used for feminine or masculine, both. And type is always proper. We know that. Type is always proper. Now, if I have to translate this, if nahnu is equal to we, what possible translation now would have? What possible translation now would have? Okay? If nahnu is we, what possible translation now would have? Think about it. Take your time. I have no hurry. I have no hurry. We can spend more time on pronouns. This is so important topic, okay? It's such an important topic. We can spend time on this topic, no problem. I have absolutely no hurry, okay? So take your time. Can you give me a possible meaning of the pronoun na here? If nahnu is we, what could be the other form of we? Just like he has his or his, him. Hiya is like her, not she, or it. What would be we like? You all would be more antum. You all be more kum, Talha. It would be more kum, right? Can I say, does it ring a bell? Can I say it's our or us? Our or us? How about that? Because if it is not they would make it third person. This is first person, Talha. You would make it second person. This is first person, right? Person. You have to keep it first person. So we would effectively move into kind of our or us. Yes? Our or us. Our or us would still be first person, right? Would still be first person. Okay? So do your best, inshallah. It will come. It will come. So just keep in mind the first person, second person, and third person. If you keep that in mind, if you know which person is it, you would be able to get to a meaning. Okay, get to a meaning, because if you randomly play around with the thoughts, then you would go in the wrong direction. But if you just keep in mind that nahnu is a first person, so it has to be a first person meaning, then you would understand it cannot be you or it cannot be they as well. Okay, let me give another one and then I'll leave you for now with some drill to do. Give it a shot at home, for example. Let me do let me do this one. Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. Do you see an attached pronoun or an independent pronoun? What do you see here? Is it an attached pronoun or an independent pronoun? Okay. Attached or independent? Oh, I can do 21. I can do 21 instead. That's fine. Let's do 21. Where is 21? Where's 21? That's easy. Okay. All right. So let's do 21 then. No problem. Okay. So what do you see here? What do you see here in 21? So is there a pronoun in 21? And if there is a pronoun, what is a pronoun? If there's a pronoun, what is a pronoun? Can you identify a pronoun? Can you identify a pronoun in this? Yes, it's a kuma, correct. Oops. It's kuma here. It's kuma, which is a pronoun. Kuma is a form of antuma. Correct. Antuma. Very good. Kuma is a form of antuma. So what is the status of kuma? It could either be nasab or jar. Yes, because it's an attached form. What is the number? What is the number? What is the number? Don't go there, Talha, right now. Well, right now I'm focusing on the fact that you all are able to understand the meaning of the attached. So the word on tansuru is not even in ism. You have not learned this yet, right? This is a fa'il, and we'll do that later on. And idafas do not happen with fa'il. This is not an idafa relationship. So let's keep on looking at the pronoun right now. Just keep on looking at the pronoun and try to see if you understand it's an attached one. And if it is attached one, can you do a meaning yourself? Let's try to achieve that. Okay. So it is an attached pronoun, and it is pair. What is the gender? What could be the gender? What could be the gender? What could be the gender? Okay, so it could be either masculine or feminine, and it's always proper. Okay, good. So you understand the drill. So let's complete this exercise in this week. Please complete this exercise in this week on page number 20. Complete the exercise on page number 20, and please also try to complete the exercise 23. You can do all of it now. Okay, on page number 23, you need to find if it's an idafa or not. Now you know how to do an idafa with a pronoun. Okay, now you know how to do an idafa with a pronoun. This is an exercise you can do, inshallah, at home. There are more exercises going forward which are going to help you. You can try to translate the pronouns here on exercise page number 24. Okay, so what you have to do is, like, it's anfusakum. Anfusakum, you know kum is an attached version of antum. If you know kum is an attached version of antum, okay, and antum means you all, and kum would mean your. Okay, your. So you would just take all you would just take kum and translate it like this. You just take kum and put a meaning of kum here. Your. And it will give you a complete meaning, yourself. It's a pretty simple exercise. It's a pretty simple exercise. If you can do it. No, that's fine. It's absolutely fine to raise that question. That question is very valid. But the point is, let's try to practice the pronoun first. All of that, inshallah. Okay. So there's always a right time to tell things. I can tell you loads, but if I tell you now, you will get confused. So that's why I suggest that we stick to the pronoun right now. Your question was very valid, absolutely valid question. So try to see if you can do exercise on page number 24 as well. There's another one on page number 25. I mean, there's loads you can do, but let's see. I don't want to fill you in too much. At least try this. Try the exercise on page 24 and page 23 and page number 20. Okay, page number 20. Like, try to do these exercise, and inshallah, in the next class, we'll go through them and continue our studies. There is no hurry. If you have confusions or problems in understanding the concept of a pronoun, I'm happy to pick this up with you, inshallah. We'll do it. We'll do it in the next classes as well. Okay. So until then, all the best. Don't give up. Just keep on going, inshallah, and you will get there. Okay. So until then, have a nice time. Have a wonderful week. See you in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.